E aí, meu povo, estamos ao vivo, Esse é o State of Play, então se você não me conhece, muitíssimo prazer, meu nome é Marcos Paulo, né, e eu sou o Trilha no Play. Olha, vamos ver aí, ó, o início aí de Hogwarts Legacy, o que todo mundo tava esperando.
Lumos.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Olha aí, gente. Estão prometendo 14 minutos de gameplay
Welcome
de
to
Hogwarts Legacy, né?
You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world. But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be. When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you are starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology and potions classes, to name a few.
Oh, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Olha.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold
Isso
with a
aí,
passion
mídia. Vamos
and
assistir
rigor
junto aqui o
requisite
trailer de
of
Hogwarts
such a
Legacy.
challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Olha só, Mítia, que delícia isso aqui, que lindo.
You may begin.
Nossa, eu quero jogar isso, cara. Eu quero muito jogar isso, velho.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
É só uma livezinha
Here
rapidinha
you'll
pra
meet your
retransmitir o
professors
State of
and
Play.
learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments and mysteries.
Nossa.
You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways,
Olha.
as well as challenging puzzles that will require
Olha,
magical skill and a clever mind to solve.
Isso agora.
You may even find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore
Olha,
before.
locais icônicos. Rapaz, velho, eu quero muito jogar
It's the
isso.
late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets
Como
me
é que tá o
join
som
the
aí pra
Headless
vocês?
Hunt,
Tá
I'll be
bom,
right
gente?
there with them.
Tá de boa?
This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments
Tá
that
bom
are
o som
part
aí
of a
pra você,
special
Mítia?
curriculum, ones designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Lumos.
Lumos. Eita, Lumos, ai meu Deus.
Opportunities
sou
for
muito fã de Harry
adventure
Potter,
abound
gente.
in the
Fala
area
sério,
surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have
Obrigado,
opinions
Mitch.
differ as to how
Obrigado
great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals.
Deus,
In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade, that all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Gente, não é Harry Potter, tá? É personagem, tá? Do Hogwarts Legacy, tá? É o legado de Hogwarts, beleza? Ó, o Crab. Vou chorar com essa escrita fluida.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more.
Únicas.
While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
Nossa, velho. Olha, ataque direto dos personagens.
Counterattack with powerful stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations.
Ah, você pode fazer combinações de magias, né? Isso, é muito alto.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
Ó, Expelliarmus. Não, velho, cara. Não. Eu vou chorar no filme, não.
Slam with Descendo.
Olha.
Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes. Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style. On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
Estou extremamente hypado, velho.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when crossing your
aparência, de habilidades, de várias outras coisas. Ó, caramba, poção, herbologia, questão de ervas.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost. Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies. In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering broomflight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans. Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin.
We've been over this, boy. Hufflepuffs cannot reverse a curse.
With a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you. Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear. A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
Mano, amanhã entrou na escola. Eu vi os negócios que você mandou lá no grupo, Léo Zanelli. Achei mó engraçado, velho. E aquele meme do Vini, muito engraçado, brother.
Not everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
E aí, Léo Zanelli, o que é que tá achando desse...
From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear.
Muito bonito, cara. Meu Deus.
But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement. But there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards. Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path. Master spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world. Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
Olha. Meu amigo, pré-venda certa, meu querido Fernando. Tava esperando você aparecer aqui. Nossa, velho, olha! Vai ser Holiday 2022, ou seja, final do ano, gente, nas festividades de final do ano, olha.
That was your first extended
Meu
look at
Deus, eu
Hogwarts
tô
Legacy.
arrepiado, gente. Eu estou arrepiado.
Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind
E
the
agora,
game.
Cebola? Melhorou um pouquinho? Hoje eu tô no OBS aqui. É isso, prometeram 14 minutos de State of Play, né? Assim, de gameplay do coisa. Obrigado, meu querido. Olha aí. Atenção por cada detalhe, né? E a paixão pela marca, né? Vamos tentar aqui traduzir, tá, gente? Olha, o Tim tá muito excitado pra que seja um jogo de fãs para fãs, né? Nossa, olha, esse game tá sendo sonhado pelo menos durante 20 anos, gente. Ó, se JK aparecer, eu não compro. Pois é, tem a treta, né? Mas olha, Fernando, eu tô muito Hogwartsizado, cara. Isso aí é pré-venda e pra mim é gótico, desculpa. Desculpa Elden Ring, desculpa Horizon, desculpa God of War que vai chegar. Olha, meu Deus, olha esse cenário, minha gente. Me ajuda.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels
tá dizendo qualquer lugar pode ser explorado, qualquer canto do mapa, enfim.
And then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two.
Nossa senhora, que isso, cara? Olha
just
só,
the discovery of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
É isso que vamos responder a todas as perguntas, né?
We were creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed
Você
school
vai
of
ser
witchcraft
novo
and wizardry
estudante, né?
as a fifth
De
year,
Hogwarts,
which
né?
is very
Então não
unusual.
tem aqui,
So
não vai ter
already
Harry
there's a bit of an
Potter, tá?
edge
Não vai ter
and a bit of a
Hermione.
mystery.
The original
Então
story that
sossegue
we
o
tell in the
coração,
game
tá?
is
Isso aqui
your
é outro
story of
rolê,
what
tá,
you
gente?
did, you know, in the Wizarding world that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding world from, you know, the 1900s and on, really.
Olha aí, os
But
fãs vão
now,
sentir
with
muita
this world, we're
familiaridade
able to
com
sort
os
of
cenários,
create a space
com o
that's their
mundo, com
own.
os espaços, né? Cara,
Fans
isso
of
aí
the
é
series
isso,
will know
velho.
that
Olha
ancient
aí.
magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
Meu Deus,
And the
gente.
avatar, the player,
Olha só.
has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books.
O processo de criação foi... Eles releram... É uma recriação do que tem nos livros, né?
Dig into that. And then beyond, we would go into the films.
Dos livros da série, né? Do Harry Potter, né? Nossa, esse jogo é digno de geração. Harry Potter tava merecendo. Harry Potter não. Harry Potter merecia um jogo de nova geração, velho. E Hogwarts Legacy vem pra isso. Mesmo não tendo o próprio Harry Potter, né?
You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway, I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the Wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a
Como
very big
trazer
challenge,
Hogwarts pra
because,
vida.
as everybody knows,
Porque
Hogwarts
todo mundo
is
sabe
huge.
que
Now we need to know
Hogwarts
exactly how this passage
huge,
connects to
não sei
this
o quê, né?
passage for a game, because you're going to have to walk it.
And of course, again, the sentient castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves.
É claro que teria que ter um castelo, né? Novas surpresas, né? Passagens, portas, né? Salas. Olha, eles recriaram. Olha, se eu não entrar na casa Sonserina, eu vou cometer um crime. Vai ter sim chapéu seletor, eu tenho quase certeza. Porque é isso. A gente vai estar no papel, né? De estudante. Né? Olha só, eu quero esse bichinho jogando. Esse amarelinho.
Because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
O time, né, estudou a arquitetura, os livros, tudo, né, para entrar no universo do Harry Potter mesmo, né? Isso, ó, se o chapéu não me colocar em Sonserina, eu vou tocar fogo.
Wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
Pois é, cara.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
Olha aí, a comunidade com certeza vai amar Hogwarts Legacy.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts Legacy.
Olha, esse é o seu Hogwarts Legacy. Ai, gente. Tome meu dinheiro, Sony. Tome meu dinheiro, Hogwarts Legacy. Meu Deus, gente.
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us.
Né?
On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to
comprar
thank
roupa
you
de
for
fim
being
de
here
ano,
today.
jamais. Meu dinheiro vai pra Ragnarok e Hogwarts Legacy. Tamo junto, Fernando.
That's our show. We hope you're excited for the magic to come. See you next time.
Nos vemos na próxima vez. E é isso, minha gente. Esse foi o State of Play. Minha gente, o que foi isso? Deixa eu tirar essa tela aqui e crescer aqui o chat. Meu Deus, gente, o que é que vocês acharam disso? Olha, isso aqui foi um absurdo, gente. É sério. Olha, PlayStation só podia ser, né, velho? Olha, me desculpe quem gosta quem é cachista, quem é não sei o que, essas coisas todas, mas olha, Hogwarts Legacy, né, botou, olha, sei não, gente. Mas é isso, gente. Eu gostei demais. Eu vou agora lá no Twitter, né? Então se você ainda não me segue, @trilhanoplay, né? Lá no Twitter e também no Instagram, né? Muito obrigado por ter me acompanhado aqui rapidamente nesses 22 minutos aqui, né? De live, isso, né? Da transmissão de Hogwarts Legacy. Então, ó, se você puder, recomende meu canal. Eu faço lives na Twitch dia de segunda, quarta, sábado e domingo, beleza? E é isso aí, gente. Tenham todos um ótimo começo de noite, né? Que eu tô muito na hype, velho. E até a próxima. É isso aí. Valeu. Tchau.